So hello everyone, my name is Archit Kalia and today I'm here to teach you about Python basics as it is in like the code it is assigned to me from the university for the community development program to record video lectures of Python which cover the syllabus of INT 108. So this video series will be of 10 hours and it will contain lectures of totally based on the syllabus of INT 108, which is Python programming. So let's move on to the screen and I'll show you what exactly we will be teaching and learning in this course. So this is unit number 1, environment setup and variable expressions. So I'll help you with the environment setup. First, we have to install the Python version and configure Python on Windows and running hello world script. Alright, so open the Chrome tab, search Python, download. If you have Mac, you can search for Mac, and if you have Windows, you can search for Windows. And download Python. Just wait for a second. Yeah. Then you have to click on here. I have already downloaded it, so I don't have to do it. So just download it from here. Same for this Mac users. This is, I guess, stable versions. This is the latest, I guess, June 10. Yeah, and it's June 23. Pre-release is Mac OS installer. This might be the new version. So download it from here. Then I suggest you download VS Code for the coding problems because Python is total code-based problem-solving language for Mac as well as for Windows. Here you can download it from here. Oh, you can pause the recording. I can pause. So after the setup of VS Code, wait a second, I'll just reconnect my hotspot. It just disconnected for a bit. So let me connect it. Yeah, it's done. So download the VS Studio Code from here for your programming practice purposes. Then after installing it, let's review the syllabus of our INT 108 program. So this is install the Python version, configuring on Windows end. Like if you are using Mac, you can use it on there. Run it. Then let's open VS Studio. So I was practicing before, so a little bit codes are here, so I'll just deduct them. So create a new file, go on here, tap here new file, and put any name you want, like Python original dot, and use py extension. Alright, it's a Python language extension for the file to particularly run the codes of Python language only, and then enter. Here is your Python programming new file. It is a txt file, text file. So let's start with the basic. We have to print hello world. This is the main function and the most common and useful function. Hello world. This is your first program. Do it, and this is the very first program of your Python language, and hence it will be successful. After you have to download Python, then VS Code, then you have to configure your file through the terminal. Here you have to install the version, like you can see right here, Python 3.14. alright, this is the version right in the Windows, and hence all the programs you'll write here for the coding practices. So let's start with the topic variable. What should I start with? I'll explain Python to you first. So Python language notes as for beginners. So as we all know, Python is a language, alright, but there are many types of languages: mid-level assembly language, low-level languages, and here is Python, that is high-level languages. Python is a high-level language. It is mainly interpreted language. There are two types of component: compiler and interpreter. Compiler translate codes at a whole time, like it will translate whole the code from, like, in its original form to how can I say it, to the like test cases it will run for. It will like contain whole the code and push it through the machine, and it will give you the direct output. But Python is not the same. Python will translate the code line by line, and wherever there is a mistake it will point out in the errors. Alright, so Python is a high level language, interpreted programming language. It is famous for its clean syntax that reads like English. So here is like the one programming problem we did. Print hello world. Like what it is like famous for, it is famous for clean syntax that reads like English. So you can see print. What do print mean? Print means like if you put any paper or like any syntaxed like document under a printer machine, it will give you the same output. Same goes in the print. If you put a variable, the variable stored, no, the value or data that is stored in the variable, it will print as it is. And here we are printing hello comma world. So if I want to print any specific word and I want it like same as it is, and there are no other test cases, I can just use like hello comma world, and I have to put it in bracket and write it in double commas and use print function, and it will print same as it is. So this is our first program. Let's go for the naming rules of the variable. So you have to understand what variable really are. Variable can be like it can be denoted by any character. It shouldn't start with an underscore, It cannot start with a number. It can only contain alphanumeric characters and underscores, but it cannot start with an underscore. What the fuck is that? Must start with a letter or an underscore. Oh, it can start with an underscore. Oh, sorry about that. It can start with an underscore, but it cannot start with a number. So, and these are case sensitive. Python is a case sensitive language. Like, here we go. Let me comment it out. We will take the example we saw earlier. Like, this is age, I'll give 23, and this is age, I'll give 20. Alright, 90. Let's print age, and here is the run button. You have to run the file. Look here. Let me show it. It is saying 23 because it is in small letter. When it will be in capital letters, it is the whole new variable we have here. It is printing 9. So you have to understand that Python is a case sensitive language. So you must keep these things in your mind. Alright. So there are different things like taking input from the user, defining it, matching it with your test cases, and mainly it is like how you want your output to be like, and depends on the question you are having. And I'll not go with these because these are like the further topics. I just wanted to explain you a little bit of the functions of variables a bit. So you must keep in mind it should be a character or either a underscore. It cannot start with a number, and it can only contain alphanumeric characters and underscores, and it is case sensitive. If it is a capital A, it is a capital A. You have to write in a capital manner, and if it is small, it is a small. It doesn't change any. It will change the output. Alright, you cannot change it by yourself. Alright, so let's start with variables. Let me go through variable problems. Variables in detail with problems. Let's see what we'll have here. Alright. So Python is also simple for one reason more. Like in any other language like C, Java, or maybe any other languages, so in other language you have to define a variable for its data type, but in Python it's not necessary at all. You can just write like this. So let's take a variable water. So water is measured in like liter, milliliter. Alright, and it is like in an integer quantity. So let's take this 1900 and let's take people. They are measured in also integer. Let's take 78. What can be measured in any other? Let's take anything. Big water. I write it in variant. Drinking water. So print water. Yeah, simply like that. Ooh, I just knew it will happen. Let's do this. Now it's different. It is different. It should be like this, I guess. Yeah, now it's okay. Let me clean it up a bit. Like you can see, it's 1900, sorry. So what's written here? Dynamic typing. You can reassign a variable to a completely different data type at any point. Python updates the memory reference automatically. So yeah, you can assign any variable, any data type. It's on you. What do you want? What do you not want? Just as I say, like it depends totally on your test cases and the value you want in the as your output. What's written here? Behind the scene memory references. When you write y is equals to 5, Python creates an integer object in memory and points the label y to it. If you write z is equals to y, both label y and z point to the same exact object type, that is 5. Alright. Oh yeah, we can do that. The naming constraint and conventions. Allowed letters, number and underscore must start with the letter or underscores. Yeah. Forbidden cannot start with a number, contain spaces or special symbols like minus dollar at the rate. Reserved keyword word like if, else, while, def, because these keywords are used in Python for different specific functions. That's why you cannot use if, else, while, def, class, import and others are also there. Like print. Case sensitivity, age, yeah. Different case sensitivity varies differently. It has different impacts. Variable swapping. Task. Write a program that swaps two variables a and b. If a is 10, b is 20. Initially your code should swap, then a becomes 20 and b becomes 10. Do this with and without using third temporary variable. Alright, we can do it easily. So wait a second, where is VS Code? So let's start with the first coding problem. As written, we have to take a as 10, maybe it was 20. It was 10, alright. B is equals to 20, and what we had to do, we had to swap them, alright. So what did they say? Do this both with and without. So first we are going to do with the temporary variable. So temporary variable, so we'll put it as C. Alright. How they have done it? Temp is equals to A is equals to B is equals to temp, and what? It is a bit different. Let's do this their way. Temp is equals to A, like A is equals to B, and yeah, B is equals to temp. So we'll run this like this, or what is given? It's given nothing right here. Yes, we have to print A, comma, B. Let's see. Yeah, 20 and 10. Done. And for without, so what actually happened here? We took A like given in the question, it is 10, B is 20, temp is equals to A. Temp is another variable we are having, because they said like you have to do it like both methods. For both methods will first take with a temporary variable and without a temporary variable. So first method will be with temporary variable. So temp is equals to A is equals to B, which is if temporary is equals to A, then A is equals to temporary and A is equals to B means B is equals to temporary. So if A is equals to 10, then 10 is equals to B, and B, who is 20, is equals to A. So when you print this, it'll swap their values. So let's start. I hope you understand this. So like this, same input we have to take first, and if I just took them like that, it won't swap. Alright, if I just do this, A comma B, which is equals to B comma A, and print A comma B. Let's see, it will definitely swap. Yeah, it is easy in this way. The value you can see, it is swapped completely. So it works same like that. Just a bit, I'll tell you about it. First you have to take this value, A is equals to 10, B is equals to 20, whatever in the question is mentioned. Then these two variables we have to take like this, A comma B. It might be C comma D, any other variable you have given in the question. If you have to swap the values without taking any other temporary variable, then A comma B is equals to B comma A. That gives A is equals to B, and B is going to take the value of A. And when you print A comma B, it means you are printing the value as A, which is equals to B, and B, which is equals to A. So it is going to take the value A, which is equals to 20, and B, which is having the value of A, which is 10. Then this is the output you are having, 2 and 10. I hope you understand. Let's move on to the next question. These questions are good actually. For the beginners, is actually good, and it will also help me for preparing the SPR program. Tracking change in state. Predict what will happen to the screen at the end of the sequence without running it. Alright. Score is equals to 0, bonus is equals to 5. Score plus 10, score is equals to score plus bonus. Bonus is 5, then it is 15. Bonus multiplied by 2, that is 5 to 10, and score is score minus 3, that is 15 minus 3 is equals to 12. Print score, then score is 15, and 15 minus, that is 12. In my way it is 12, I guess. Oh, what the fuck. Sorry for the language. It just happens sometimes. Why it's happening like that? Oh, what's that? So let me wipe this before terminal and let's just do it again. Yeah, it's 12. So score is 0 at first and bonus is 5, and the score is pushed to 0 plus 10, that is 10. The score is pushed again, that is 10 plus bonus is 5, that's 15. Bonus is bonus 5 multiplied by 2 is that's equals to 10. And score is equals to score minus 3, that is 15 minus 3, that's 12. Alright, let's move on to the next question. This was not as good as expected. Preventing type errors. The following block of code throws a type error. Explain why it fails and fix it so it prints your total score is 100. Well, we'll do it that way. Don't look at this. What we have to do, your total score is 100. So I'll tell you about another way. That is, if you have to print like value other than 100, but you have to take an input first of all. Let's just say a is equals to, you have to write, if it is like integer value, then you have to write int, then take input. And since you have the question is noted that you have to get the output as your total score is with semicolons, then your total score is, and here are the semicolons, and use this for a little break between the characters. And if you run this, then wait, this isn't commented out like there. Oh, I haven't read printed. Alright, print a, then look here. I will just delete once again. Just do it. Your total score is, if you want like any value, any integer value like 789, then it is 789. Your total score is 789. But if you want your output to write your total score is, I should write here enter the value actually. Enter to write this. The total score is like this and comma. This will separate the variable, and when you have written this in like double quoted commas, it will print this first, and like I said, it is an interpreter language, so it like interprets the code line by line. So it will start from printing the total score is, and then it will come on A, and then it will take the value when we will give what we will give in this. So we'll start running it, and the value of the score is, let's say, 90. The total score is 90. So these are 3 coding problems, and yeah, how much recording have I recorded already? It's for the first video, so it is 30 minutes. All the videos should be more than 1 hour. Well, I can do a little bit more. I guess you guys understand about variables pretty much. What I have taught you, I guess it's enough. I'll teach. Okay, let's do this question their way. What was solution? The error happened because of the basis is a string and bonus point is an integer. You cannot use the plus operator between a string and integer to fix it. Convert the string to integer to do the math, and then convert result back to a string for printing, or use an f string. Base score is 90, bonus point is 10, total int base score is with plus bonus point. First reference, both are same. Convert the base score to int before adding. It's already integer. I mean, if it wasn't written in double commas, you don't have to do it like that. Cleanest Python fix. Use an f string to print mixtures of text and numbers. Let's run this. Base score is 90, which is written in this. If I remove this, let's see, and remove this, and remove this, it should give 100 in my opinion. Yeah, it is giving 100. And if we did what it was given before, let's see. Oh fuck. What is why? Yeah. Same output, nothing changes. It's just a bit complicated because you have to use the f function, which is format. I'll talk about it in the next video. It is a bit complicated. So first you should work on your basic understanding of the variables and a little bit of the codes, and understand the basics, like you can use them with letters and underscores. Forbidden are like you cannot start them with a number, and it cannot contain spaces, especially number like minus, dollar sign, and at the rate. And you cannot use reserved keywords in Python languages, and case sensitivity matters in them in Python all over. So since it's 35 minutes, I'll record in the morning. Let's stop for now. Should I save it? I guess I'll keep recording until it's 1 hour. Only 25 minutes. Let's do it for more. So try some problems on your own, and I'll be moving on next topic, I guess, which is arithmetic operators. Assignment operator, comparison operator, logical operator, and operator precedence, word mask for code. Here are some problems. Let's talk about the first thing, which are operators. So what are operators actually? Operators are the symbols that perform action on variables and values. Expressions are combination of variable and values, and operator that Python evaluate down to a single value. And these different types of operator are like operators like arithmetic operator, assignment operator, comparison operator, logical operator. Logical contains and or not, like the gate in ECE. Yes, if you have studied ECE, there are different type of gates, and or not. And comparison operators like equal, less than equals to, not equals to, less than and greater than. And assignment operator to assign values, equal, plus equal, minus equal, multiply equal, division equal. And the arithmetic operator for the basic mathematical calculations like plus, minus, divide, multiply, division, floor division, modulus, and exponential. These are used to perform the basic mathematical calculations. There are 4 types that are given in here, and the operator precedence, word mask for code. Highest is parenthesis, second is exponential, third are multiplication, division, and remainder, fourth is addition and subtraction, last is and another, and fifth is comparisons one. The remainder puzzle. Write an expression that extracts the last digit of any given integer variable. Num, for example, if num is equals to 1, 2, 4, 8, your expression should yield equals to 8. Dividing any number by 10 leaves a remainder equals to its last digit. We use the modulus operator, divide it. Let's take 2 variables, num, let's say 10, num 2, 20, print num. Run it. divided by num2, that's 10. How the fuck it is 10? It is like this. Zero. Should I repeat? What they have given is non-stable. Num divided by 10. Still giving 0. Why is it still giving 0? Oh, I understand. It is a remainder operator. So it determines what remainder it is giving. So this is, if I do this, it gives 100. If I do 10, this is 20. This is your division operator. This is your remainder operator. Do not get confused. Alright? This works like that. It's 43. Not much time remaining for first lecture to get finished. Let's start with the next question. Dragging presidents. Result is this. Without running the code, calculate the final result. 10 plus 2 multiplied by 2 to raised to power 3 double. I hit floor division. So I have started with the brackets. 5 minus 2 is 2 because we are applying board mass. So then next comes the expression 10. Alright, 10. Then 4 to 8. Alright. So now done. Yeah. 8, 32 plus 10. That's right. 8, 32 divided by 2, 16 plus 10, 26. Yeah. Let's run this one. Sorry. Yeah, 36. Short circuit track. Predict the output of the script. Will it crash with a zero division error? X is equals to 10, y is equals to 0, result is equals to x less than 5 or x divided by y that is equals to 2. Uh, or they are saying it will not crash. Python uses short circuit evaluation for logical operators for an or statement. If it skips the first part, if the first part is Python or the whole statement is true, it completely skips evaluating the second part, x less than y, which is double equals to 2, avoiding the division by 0, crash entirely. Or it's true. They're saying it's true. Let's run it and see. Yeah, that is true. Because x is equals to x is greater than 5, that is 10 is greater than 5, that is true. And 10 is divided by 0, which double equals to 2, this is 4. And x is greater than 5, which is true. Right. Okay. Hmm. So, see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching this lecture. Bye. So, welcome back everyone, and we'll start where we left. So we will be revising variables again, and we will go forward on with keywords, comments, and input-output statements. All right, so let's begin. So, what we had discussed in the last video was variables. With some coding question we also did. So, variables. Let's start with the definition. Definition: name, storage location in memory used to hold data values is variables. Variables are name storage location where you generally store a type of data. Alright, that's variable for you. And dynamic typing. Python variable do not need explicit type of declaration. Their type is determined automatically at the runtime on the assigned value. Just as we discussed in the last video, that in Python language, Python is a language where we do not need to define any variable data type. So that's what dynamic typing means. And there is memory allocation. When you assign a value, example x is equals to 10, Python creates an object 10 in the memory and makes point to the x. So here x is the variable and the value assigned to it is 10. So that is memory allocation. So let's start with let's just discuss the previous questions we did. So these were some questions we did before. So here in the last video we did the main or just a basic, the first program print hello world, then the difference between the what we say that uh, showcase letters. It is different. I forgot the actual word to it. uh, we say what we say for that, like different letters but the same word. I forgot the actual name. It is case sensitive language. Yeah, I forgot the word. It is case sensitive language. And his water has what we say a variable, and the value is 1900 per people. Water again. Then swap case question it was. Then temp by using there were two methods for the swap case question. First, we take a temporary variable, give the value of a to the temporary variable, and assign a is equals to b and b is equals to temp. Then print a and b. That gives us a swap value. Then it was a score question where we have to like determine with our calculative minds of our. So the question was also solved easily. And there was one other question. We must have string a number. Forget. Let's just go on to the next topic. The next topic is keywords. Keywords are reserved words in programming language that have been given a fixed predefined meaning. Like there are some words in Python language that are predefined and have their own functions, like true, false, print, if, else, and elif. While while is loop, for is loop, break for the break statement, import a file, def for defining a function, and return to return a value. So what important in these words is case sensitivity. Most keywords are lowercase, but true and false and none start with the capital letters. Alright, you must understand this. Like most of them start with lowercase, like you can see here. If start with lowercase, else start with lowercase, while start with lowercase, for start with lowercase, break start with lowercase, import start with lowercase, as well as def and return. But when it comes to true, false, and none, they all start with the uppercase letters. And uh, let's just dive more into keywords. Keywords problem as well as theory questions. Alright. Well, there is no particular need of these questions, but I will just tell you this one. This is a little bit important. What is the difference between a keyword and a built-in function? Keyword, I'll give here is given some examples like return, def, and pass. So, are part of core language syntax. You cannot reassign them or use them as a variable name. Doing so throws an syntax error. So if you use these keywords as like giving a variable name, then they will just throw a error which you will face as syntax error. And in built-in function like print input length, these are predefined helper function. Python allows you to reassign them. Example, print is equals to like 5. Reassign them means like you can use them as variables. If a question is there where is print is given, you have to use print keyword or built-in function as a variable. You can use it without getting a syntax error. Doing so do is highly encouraged because it overrides the shadows the function original function and makes it unusable. A predefined hyperfunction by is doing so. Wait a second. Let's just try this. Print equals to print. Let's see. It should work. No, it doesn't work. Why? Because str object is not callable. But if it is like bigger p, was pressing Control and P. And here is also bigger P. Let's see this. Yeah, it works, but not the desired output. So let's just do this. Yeah, it works. But print cannot be used as a keyword also. It does not comprehend with the relationship of built-in functions. For predefined helper function, Python allows you to reassign them. Example, print doing so is highly discouraged. It is discouraged. You should not use these functions as these variables name. Well, I didn't know that. Dynamic keyword validator. Write a program that asks the user to enter a word. The program should check if the entered word is a Python reserved keyword or a and print a custom message. So we have to import a keyword, use a word, input enter a word to check dot stripe, and if keyword is keyword use a word, print f use a word is a keyword, else. Okay, we are using if else statements in this. So this is going to be conditional statement questions. So I guess it was not here. We are not going to do that right now. So let's just move on to the next topic, which are identifier. We'll do it later. So identifier definitions: user defined name given to program elements like variables, functions, classes, or modules. Naming rule: you must know that it must begin with A to Z and bigger A to Z or an underscore. Can be followed by the letter digits 0 to 9 or underscores. Cannot start with a digit. Cannot contain spaces or special character like at the rate, dollar, and percentage sign, and cannot be a keyword. Alright? And case sensitive. This was the word I was not getting in the head right now. It should be case sensitive and are completely different identifiers. Let's dive more into identifiers and identifiers. More info. Single leading underscore. A weak internet indicates it signals to other programmers that the variable or function is private to the class or the module. From module import star will skip these. Double leading underscores, double dash variable trigger name mangling inside a class subclasses. Every triggers mangling inside a class identifier overriding. There's a class. This will give you error. And same does this. Name mangling. These are the coding questions of them. Import. Importing is, I guess, in the file handling. Alright. I'll do it later. First time it has been before the recording has gone. The time is just 12 minutes. So let me put on a timer. Minutes. No. Yeah. So timer is ready. Let's get with it. So next topic is input output